Coming right up, another fun Varsity Sports Show.
Are you unable to do the things you love? Do you know your daily habits could be better to enhance your quality of life? Are you suffering with chronic pain or chronic illness and can't find the right solution that works for you? Fix Body Group was created so you have a team of professionals to help you achieve your health goals and get you back to doing what you love again. In Scottsdale, go to fixbodygroup.com or call 480-795-5329. Fix Body Group, proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show and Fitness Minute with Tyler Mayer. Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show. Our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating a platform to promote young people in extracurricular activities and community outreach. If you are interested in partnering up with the Varsity Sports Show, find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or call or text us at 480-779-9437. The Varsity Sports Show, Arizona's home for youth, high school, college, and you.
Hi, kids. This is DJ Soulman from the Funk Junkies, and you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show with my man Vince Delicio. And what's your last name?
It's Delicio.
Okay, that's right. That's what I thought. Yeah, right.
KDUS AM 1060 Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix is home for the Dan Patrick Show.
This program is paid for by the JV Sports LLC and its partners.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show, home of Arizona's youth, high school, college sports, and you, empowering education and enabling dreams, right here on KDUS AM 1060 in Arizona. And now, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Varsity Sports Show here on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Vince Delicio here. And what a beautiful day here in Phoenix as I look out the windows facing South Mountain here at Hubbard Studios in Phoenix. And it's funny. My mom worked at Motorola, which was down the street here off of 52nd Street for years. And I used to ride my bike up and down the street here, and my older siblings attended East High School when East High School was an actual high school and not under the 202 now. It's just amazing how much things change, but yet how much they stay the same. You still look out and you see beautiful South Mountain. You see the radio towers way off in the distance there to our south, and it's just great to be growing up here in the Valley and to be part of the Phoenix culture. Phoenix has a culture. It's great. Anyway, I'm getting a little nostalgic here, a little teary-eyed. But on a Saturday morning, so great to be alive, so great to be here, to have a wonderful format and an incredible audience base join us today. And today is going to be no different than what we do every other week, as we have amazing programming by amazing contributors and amazing guests and amazing partners. It is just and a mediocre host. Yeah, I'm okay. But the rest of it is all great. Today, I am joined by a good friend of mine here in studio, one of our young and talented intern staff. I don't like to use the word intern. I just threw it out there so that you guys knew. But he is a contributor. He is a broadcaster. He is a journalist. And his name is Sam Valenti. Sam, how are you, sir?
I am doing great. It is an honor to be here on the Varsity Sports Show. Just a great institution here in Phoenix. It's a pleasure, Vince. I appreciate it.
All right, Sam, turn it down a notch. That's okay. We got a whole hour here. You got to pace yourself. But anyway, I'm kidding. Sam is definitely one of the talented staff that we have working with us this spring. Sam, what are you going to be doing for us?
Well, I'm going to be doing kind of a variety of things. It's funny. It's funny that you say that, because the first game production stuff that I got to do, I got to run cameras. Yeah. At a Bella Vista, I believe. Yep. And it was a super fun experience. Sure. And of course, the main stuff I want to do is do play-by-play and stuff.
Sure.
Maybe, do the announcing on-camera work, but the production side is really interesting as well, and that's something that I got to experience firsthand. So and I think that's the great thing about this is that you're able to do a variety of things when you work with the Varsity Sports Show.
You know, Sam, when I started, I mopped floors, so it took a while to get to this point. But look at you; you're already here. Wow, it's amazing, and no, but it's fun, and we're always, we're always on the hunt for young talent, people that want a shot. We're all about, giving opportunities. That's what we're about here at the Varsity Sports Show, and I look back, and there were people that looked out for me early on. There were people that didn't, and I wanted to make sure that if we were in a position to pay it forward, so to speak, and to give opportunities and to spotlight talent. And it's, I could say, yeah, we're giving people a chance, but also I can be selfish and say, you know what? This opportunity is enhancing our show too. So it's a reciprocated. It's people use that term. It's a relationship that is reciprocated. So thanks for being here, Sam. We got a wild ride this hour. As we tell our audience, you miss a minute, you miss a lot. Today is no different. Now to start off the show, we're going to be joined by our old friend Tyler Mayer with the Fitness Minute, and let's go right into it, Aaron.
The Varsity Sports Show presents the Fitness Minute with Tyler Mayer. Get tips on staying healthy and active with locally renowned fitness guru Tyler Mayer. And now, here's Tyler.
So, our old friend Tyler Mayer joins us about every other week. Great guy, he's a pillar of the community, loves working with young people, works with seniors as well out at Desert Highlands Golf Club in Scottsdale, and has built quite a niche for himself in the community as being a he's a jack of all trades. He's a minimal impact guy. He's a medium impact guy. He's a high impact guy, just depending on your level and skill level and what you want to do and working out and bringing in a consultant to work with you and to train with you and to just pull the most out of you that you want pulled out of you. And we have a topic every time Tyler comes on, and this week is no different. Tyler's topic this week, I think, Tyler, it's something to do with heart health, right?
Hey, good morning, Vince. I've never been, described as a chameleon, but I like that. I'm adaptable, and
you are,
and can change with the season.
Yeah.
You got it with the clients. You got it. Hey, good morning, Varsity Sports Show listeners, and Sam, keep that energy flying high, my man. Welcome aboard. So, Vince, you're right. We do. And what a way to start your Saturday than get a heart-pumping fitness minute here. February, which is right around the corner, is Heart Health Awareness Month. So, we're going to be a little more subdued because I think this is near and dear to a lot of people and, should strike a little fear in everybody. But, again, heart disease continues to be a leading cause of death in the U.S. So a very high-level coaches, parents, loved ones, pay attention. Here we go. So let's start with a heart attack, you guys. A heart attack, very high level, but if you need more information, check out American Heart Association. That's where you can find a lot of detailed information, too. So heart attack, as we know or should know, is fatty buildups, throughout our arteries, making blood flow harder to get to the working organs, primarily the heart. So this completely stops blood flow to part of the heart muscle, and that's when the heart attack occurs. The big thing I want to get across today, you guys, is what are the warning signs, okay? Gentlemen, I'm speaking to us directly because what do we often do? We ignore warning signs. So listen, okay, they can be sudden, they can be intense. Most of them will start slowly with mild pain and discomfort, but look for, and you've probably heard it, that pressure on the chest, squeezing, pain in the center of your chest that can last a few minutes, goes away and comes back. Don't ignore those. Pain or discomfort in one or both arms, even up into your upper back and into your neck, even into your jaw, okay? Shortness of breath with or without discomfort. And again, we look at these other signs breaking out into cold sweats, nausea, or lightheadedness as well. So, I was just here, talking to, my wife and folks I know, when we talk about our control of choices, I like that. I just came up with that a little bit ago. Control of choices, and that can mitigate a lot of these signs and symptoms. Don't smoke. Avoid secondhand smoke. Eat a heart-healthy diet that's low in saturated fats, trans fats, sodiums, added sugars. My favorite, Vince, we touch on it a lot. That's what the Fitness Minute is about. Getting at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity a week. Team that breaks down to just over 21 minutes of exercise a day of moderate intensity. And as always, and maybe primarily, see your doctor for your regular checkups. Now, the next one I want to touch on, and again, we'll move quickly through this. We had a heart attack, and then we have stroke. Now, stroke primarily deals with a disruption in the blood flow to the brain affecting simple mental and mechanical functions. There's an acronym the Heart Association uses called FAST. Fast warning signs. Those stand for face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and then the biggest one, T, time to call. Time to call 911. So these symptoms and early warning signs of stroke: numbness, confusion, trouble seeing out of one or both eyes, trouble walking more than normal if you have sudden dizziness or loss of balance, and severe headaches. I know I go back to water can fix all things. This is like a sudden headache with no known cause, okay? Now, with these conditions, men and women experience similar symptoms. Ladies, now I'm talking to you, your symptoms can be a little less severe and can oftentimes get brushed off, okay? So you know your body more than anybody else. If something's not right, something's not right, okay? There's even small little, they're called TIA, you ready for this word? Transient ischemic attack. These are mini strokes, and these are real small signs and symptoms that can lead up to a massive stroke. So, at the end of the day, my little plug here, at the end of the day, you live or die by the lifestyle choices you make. My suggestion, Vince, you ready? Choose wisely and keep moving.
All right. Keep moving, guys. Fitness Minute with Tyler Mayer. Tyler, thank you so much, and we will circle back with you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for doing that, man.
Have a blessed day, guys.
All right.
The Fitness Minute is brought to you by Fix Body Group with locations in San Diego and Phoenix. Go to fixbodygroup.com.
Joined on the line by, Sam, we started doing a prep basketball coverage, and Paul Brown he not only was the one-time owner of the Cleveland Browns, but he's also apparently a basketball coach here in the Valley as a Tri-City Christian. They had a big win last night, number 1 prep basketball team in the state, and defeated Wickenburg Christian, who happened to be the number 2 team. Coach Brown, how are you, sir?
Hey, doing great, Vince. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, you come from a famous family. You got a brother named James Brown as well? Hardest working man in America? Yeah, wow. So, Coach, congrats on the win last night. Tell us a little bit about the victory.
Yeah, great victory. Thought the guys played really hard. Both teams played great, but defensively, we got after it. And it's nice to see our boys lock teams down, and especially 2 fabulous scorers that Brad has over there at Wickenburg. And we did a great job.
Tell me about that number 23. He was all over the place. I ran a camera last night, and I was zooming in on him like crazy throughout. He was stealing, scoring, inside, outside. I mean, he was just diving for balls. Tell us about this kid.
Yeah, Andy Mora, junior guard for us. He really is the heartbeat of our team. I mean, gets after it, gives 100% effort, 100% of the time. And defensively, he can steal the ball, he can defend, he can rebound, he can block shots, he can do it all. And then offensively, he can attack the rim. He's got a good shot and really helps our offense get into play. So he was a beast last night. It's fun to watch.
Tell us about the upcoming week here in our final minute, Coach. What do you got coming this week?
We got a really good Villa de Marie team coming in. They're a Division II team. Right now they're ranked number 2. So another tough opponent on Tuesday at home, right at our place, 6:30. And then literally we go on the road in Glendale Friday and play Arrowhead Christian. We do a lot of fine art stuff with them. So they're a good friendly that we're having this week on Friday.
All right. Coach Paul Brown, Tri-City Christian, the Warriors out in Chandler had a great time last night. It was the Canyon Athletic Association Game of the Week. As you guys know, here on the Varsity Sports Show, we just inked an agreement with the CAA to run some basketball for them and to cover them, and it was exciting. Coach Brown, thank you so much. Looking forward to circling back with you in the near future.
Hey, sounds great, Vince. Wish you all the best.
All right. When we come back, folks, we are going to be joined. Actually, let's set this up right now. We have a segment on IFL. Sam?
Yes, we do. I got to interview the one, the only Isaiah Houston, a wide receiver for the Arizona Rattlers, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it. We're going to have it right here on the show. It was amazing. He's an incredible guy, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay, we'll be back after the break, folks. Stick around with the Varsity Sports Show. Go Varsity.
Kayla Mortellaro and Bob Kemp get beyond the sports service with Extra Point, airing 12 noon to 1 here on KDUS AM 1060, 100.7 HD2, and KDUS1060.com.
Hi there, this is Willow Canyon men's basketball coach Joseph Coletti. You are listening to the home of Wildcat Basketball, the Varsity Sports Show, 1060 AM, KDUS, Arizona.
Coming this winter to the Varsity Sports Show, AIA, high school, basketball, soccer, and wrestling. Attention, student athletes, parents, coaches, and administrators. We are contracted affiliates with NFHS. Tired of Pixelot? Our NFHS authorized platform can spotlight your favorite team with multi-camera and full broadcast crews. We still offer our YouTube channels as well. Single game, multi-game, and season coverage available to meet every budget, including a segment on the Varsity Sports Radio Show on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona, dedicated to your team. We can even help promote your booster businesses. Act fast. The season is right around the corner. Hey guys, Vince here to talk to you about a good friend of mine named Bob Jenkins. Bob is a Marine Corps veteran. Bob and his younger brother DJ own Vets Built Contracting. You've seen their trucks around Metro Phoenix, I'm sure. For 5 years, they've been hiring and putting veterans to work. Vets Built is licensed, bonded, and insured, both residential and commercial, specializing in renovations, remodeling, new build, casitas, safe rooms, or small commercial TI work. If you're a skilled veteran looking for work, a homeowner in need of work, or a commercial business needing TI work, please call Bob or DJ at Vets Built at 480-584-3675.
The Valley Legend continues to bring the sports facts and analysis to KDUS AM 1060. Catch the Sports Zone with Bob Kemp weekdays from 10 a.m. till noon.
This propels the future.
Hell yeah!
It's time for the IFL Report with your host, Samuel Valenti.
It is an absolute honor to have here on the Varsity Sports Show, current member of the Arizona Rattlers, someone who has one of the most inspirational stories that I have ever heard of, Mr. Isaiah Houston. Isaiah, welcome.
Hey man, I appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you. Let's get this going, man.
So let's start off at Phoenix College. For of course, for all of the listeners of the Varsity Sports Show who are listening, Vince DeLisio coached at Phoenix College while you were there, Isaiah. So what was your experience like getting to work with Vince, playing at Phoenix College, and how did those years just kind of impact your career moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. Coach Vince is a great guy. I still have a good relationship with him to this day. And he is one of the guys that helped me get to Arizona State, actually. But early on, our relationship, he's definitely a stickler and real disciplined, which is good in a coach. Those are the things you want. And early on, I was young, so I didn't really buy in all quite at first. And Coach Vince was able to help me kind of buy into the process and whatnot. And that led me to having a lot of success over at Phoenix College. And then, like I said, Coach Vince was one of the ones that played a big part in getting me over to Arizona State. So definitely owe a lot of thanks to Coach Vince. And like I said, we still maintain a good relationship to this day.
What was the experience like being a walk-on at such a big university?
Right. And like you said, it's a huge university, Pac-12 school. But obviously I knew I could play at that level and have a lot of success just given the opportunity. And Coach Vince helped me get over there as preferred walk-on. And so they knew a little bit about me. They knew about me in high school and stuff before I went to junior college. So they kind of had some background on me. Unfortunately, I only went through spring ball with them, ended up breaking my jaw in a freak accident. And so that led to me taking the fall semester off, and then that's how I ended up at Arizona Christian.
Once again, we are speaking with Isaiah Houston here on the Varsity Sports Show. When and how did you first get involved with the Indoor Football League and the Rattlers? Like, when did the Rattlers start coming to you saying, hey, we want to sign you?
So actually, I had posted a video on Twitter of me running routes, and I had tagged Coach Guy in the video, along with a couple other coaches. And Coach Guy sent me a message and was like, "Yo, we're having an open tryout on Saturday. Come to the tryout." And I was kind of, honestly, at first I was like, man, I got to go to an open tryout. Like I feel like I've done enough you guys should just sign me. But definitely was grateful for the opportunity to go to the tryout and did very well there. And that led to me getting a contract with them, being invited to camp. Camp had a very great camp, made a lot of plays early on. And so ended up making the team off the tryout, and then was with them in 2020. However, the season was canceled due to COVID. So then last year, 2021, was my first season with them. And I'm currently re-signed for this upcoming year in 2022, getting ready to go here in March.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for all our listeners here on the Varsity Sports Show, we have been joined by the one, the only Isaiah Houston. Isaiah, once again, just thank you so much for joining us for this interview. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Yes, thank you, man. Hope you guys, continue to enjoy success on the show. Keep the good things going, man, and look forward to being on again.
Wow, that was fun. Sam, nice job on that. So, Sam, you're the aficionado and the expert in arena football. How did you become interested in it?
Well, that's a really good question. But I come from Dallas, Texas. It's where I'm from. And we used to have two teams in the old Arena Football League called the Desperados and Vigilantes. They played at the American Airlines Center. Of course, that's known as the home of the Stars and the Mavericks. But they used to have arena football there, and I would go to their games all the time. An absolute blast. I've loved the sport for pretty much my whole life. And obviously, coming to Arizona State, getting to be here in Phoenix, the Rattlers are here. And I thought that's amazing because the Rattlers are arguably the most successful and iconic franchise in the history of the sport, definitely the longest running team. So getting to actually come here, it is kind of reinvigorated my love of arena football or / indoor football as it's more, I guess, officially known now, with the IFL kind of replacing the AFL as the Premier League and stuff.
Okay. All right. Great. Nice job, Sam. We're going to move right along. So we're going to revisit that. We're going to come back to arena football because it's a great topic. It's alive and vibrant here in the Valley. Isaiah, I had Isaiah at Phoenix College about 8 years ago, and that guy is a grinder. He's a study of perseverance. He's really done a lot of great things. Joining us on the line, Willow Canyon head boys basketball coach Joseph Coletti. Had a great night last night. Celebrated senior night, honoring those seniors out there. Coach, how are you, sir?
Hey, Vince. Good morning. Doing well. Always fun to get a win on senior night. Moves our record here in the last few years. We're 4-1 on senior nights, and it's fun for the boys. We had the most seniors we've had since we've been here. We had 7 of them last night that we got to celebrate, and it was a pretty special night. So woke up this morning, had some donuts with the boys, got some shooting in, and now we're on with you. So
awesome. Go ahead, Coach. You were going to say. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Isaiah. I was just listening to you guys talk with Isaiah. His dad is actually a teacher on our campus. I don't know if you knew that.
You know what? I think about it. He's taught around the Valley. I will say about Coach Mark Houston, when I coached at Phoenix College about 8 years ago, and Isaiah was in our program, and I worked with him. I was the offensive coordinator, and we didn't win a game, so I don't tell you how effective I was as an OC, and why I'm in radio now. But anyway, it was a fun experience. But Coach Houston there was always a guy in the top of the stands yelling at us, and it turned out it was Isaiah's dad. So anyway,
his dad. I know you guys mentioned Isaiah's story, perseverance, resiliency. His dad embodies all those things. We're lucky to have him on campus. He's one of the great teachers over here at Willow. So, no, glad to be on with you, Vince. Excited to talk a little bit about the program.
So we've got a couple questions for you, and we're joined by my broadcast partner for today, Sam Valenti. Sam wanted to ask you a couple questions.
Yes, of course. Hey, Coach, how are you doing?
Great, Sam. How are you?
I'm doing great. You guys have been having a very successful season so far. What have been the biggest factors in your mind to your team's success?
That's a great question. Yeah, we're currently sitting at 17-5 overall. We had some success down in Tucson, a Christmas tournament. We went down there and won the championship at Pima College. And I really just believe that we've had leadership between every single one of our players. We have a senior, his name is Xavier Vaughn, who unfortunately has been battling a back injury, a hip injury, and hasn't been able to play very much. And he's turned himself into a coach on the bench. And so it was pretty special last night. He was able to get in the game. Couldn't really move very much, but the adrenaline got going, and he was able to knock down a few shots on senior night, which was pretty special. And, we just have stories like that where guys have faced adversity personally and as a team, and they just come to battle every day. And they find ways to lead their teammates. They find ways to lead themselves. And as a result, you have 10, 12, 13 guys who can step up and make a play because they have that mindset that they're just going to find a way. And, that's kind of played itself out over the season, and we've been blessed to have the success that we've had so far.
So, Coach, I want to talk to you. So you have a bunch of seniors in your program. They're all great young people. We've had them on in the past. I mean, just amazing, well, grounded, bright futures ahead of them. But let's talk about the future of your program with regard to the up-and-comers and what's going on with spring youth basketball.
Yeah, so out here in Surprise, we want to build with what we have. Right, and so meaning, there's a lot of new development out here. There's a lot of junior high, elementary schools near us, and we want to get those kids into our gym. We want to train them the right way. We do a lot of fundamental skill training. We do some agility work, and so what we do is every spring and fall, we offer what we call the Wildcat Basketball Academy, and it's open to 5th through 8th grade students in our community. And they train alongside some of our high school players with the varsity coaches, as well as we have alumni who come back. So we have an alumni currently, Nick Allen is his name, played Division I at UTSA. He's now playing overseas in Hungary. He comes back, and when he's in town, he comes to the gym, and he's a guest trainer. We have a couple guys that are playing college basketball right now, Division II, up in Minnesota, Sunday John. And when he's home, he comes in and he'll do some skill training. So we really try to bring the community together through basketball. And so that'll be starting up here in March. And typically those events happen on Monday night. So, excited for that. And then, our lower level teams, our freshmen and our junior varsity are a combined 26-0. And so we're, results aren't everything, but we're really excited for the direction of the program and hope to keep this thing rolling.
Awesome. Coach Joe Coletti, Willow Canyon, the pride of the Northwest Valley, 17-5 right now, and they're on a roll, 6-1 in conference, and the future looks bright out there in the Northwest Valley, and the present looks pretty bright too. Coach, thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right. So, folks, when we come back from the break, we are going to be joined by Saguaro SaberCats boys basketball coach Lucas Ramirez for the SaberCat Basketball Report. We'll have more of my co-host Sam Valenti, get to learn a little bit more about Sam. We'll have a recruiting spotlight sponsored by My Recruits, and Nick Hogan, one of our staff, will be calling in to present that and spotlight another young high school football player who's looking for an opportunity to continue to play. Folks, thanks again for joining us here on the Varsity Sports Show. We are so happy to bring you this programming every week. Stay with us through the break. Should be a lot of fun. Go Varsity.
Sports Zone with Bob Kemp will air weekdays from 10 a.m. till noon. Catch the Sports Encyclopedia on KDUS AM 1060, 100.7 HD2, and KDUS1060.com.
I'm Nick Hall with the Varsity Sports Show, and this semester I'll be your technical director and cameraman. I've covered everything around Arizona, but this semester I'll be bringing you updates from the small-town powerhouse athletes in northern Arizona. You can follow me on Twitter at NickHall10.
Are you unable to do the things you love? Do you know your daily habits could be better to enhance your quality of life? Are you suffering with chronic pain or chronic illness and can't find the right solution that works for you? Fix Body Group was created so you have a team of professionals to help you achieve your health goals and get you back to doing what you love again. In Scottsdale, go to fixbodygroup.com or call 480-795-5329. Fix Body Group, proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show and Fitness Minute with Tyler Mayer. The Varsity Sports Show is proud to partner with SaberCat Athletics. That's right, the Scottsdale Saguaro SaberCats are on the Varsity Sports Show. Join the varsity team as we cover the Cats during the SaberCat Report on Saturday morning's Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona, featuring players, coaches, and commentary. Look out for live stream coverage of Saguaro SaberCat sporting events by going to YouTube and searching for Varsity Sports Show, then click that subscribe button to stay up to date. The Saguaro SaberCats are here.
Have you downloaded the KDUS AM 1060 skill for Alexa yet?
Food. Alexa is frustrated. No matter how many times do you ask, the answer is mail, chicken.
Once you're ready, say Alexa, open KDUS AM 1060 to listen to your favorite shows.
You're listening to the home of Saguaro SaberCat basketball. The Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. And now, here's Coach Lucas Ramirez. Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show here on AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. Vince Delisio joined by my co-host for the day, Mr. Sam Valente, and our old friend, voiceover artist, print model. I don't know if he's a print model. He had nice hair. He should be a shampoo model, but he's since cut it, and he's a great coach, though. Coach Lucas Ramirez, Saguaro SaberCats boys basketball. Coach, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Is it okay if we talk about your hair?
Oh, always. Never a problem.
Okay. All right. Good. Coach, quite a week for you. You had a couple of wins this week, and great job. You got some guys that, especially young guys, really standing out for you.
Yeah, no, it's always a good week when you can, go 2-1, and have some tough competition throughout the week and just learning and growing with our young guys, like you said. And, we had some standout performances from a number of our young guys and it just bodes well for the future. And, we got one more week here of the regular season that we got to make a push and we got to be all in.
Definitely. So I was going to ask you, Coach, Junior Jeremiah Hines, he's been a real Iron Man out there on the court. He's been great with his blocking. What are some of the best attributes that he has that have stood out to you watching him play this season?
He's just a team guy, first and foremost, like he genuinely cares about the success of the team. He's always there to help his teammates. But, at the end of the day, what he can bring the most is just that leadership out there. I mean, leadership, knowing where to be, knowing what to do, directing teammates. Even in practice this morning, he did a great job of directing some of our younger guys around and that's just what Jeremiah brings. He has great demeanor, good body language. He's always trying to make the right play. But yeah, no, I mean, we can't say enough. He was honored yesterday. He made the all Scottsdale Unified School District team. So,
wow,
great to see some accolades being thrown his way as well.
That's exciting. And let's talk about your week specifically. You said you went 2-1. So you had a big win on Monday against Lee Williams. You had a big win on Tuesday. Back-to-back games against Seton Catholic. And then, obviously, Thursday night, you ran into a bit of a buzzsaw out at a very, very, very solid Mesquite team. What were some teachable moments that you took away from each of those games?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think first game against Lee Williams, you know, is about, you know, we can't get off to slow starts. You know, that can come and bite you in the end. But, you know, luckily we were able to hit some shots there in the second half and you know, put it away. The following night, great response, had a great bounce back and started the game very, very well. You know, up 20 plus at halftime. And then, you know, we came out and had a flat second half and barely found a way to pull it out. But again, that message of you got to play a full 32 minutes. You guys have been hearing me say it. And that's just, you know, with a young team, you got to learn to play a complete 32, and it's a process. And then, you know, on Thursday night, Mesquite's a very, very talented team, well coached. You know, we were tied at halftime, had a great first half. And then, you know, we had our infamous third quarter where, you know, I mean, not just third quarter, but we always seem to have one quarter a game where it's just not clicking offensively. And that's kind of been our story where we're trying to fight through that right now. And, you know, we had a poor third quarter, had a decent fourth quarter, but, you know, ended up losing by 16 to a good team. But again, all teachable moments. You know, you never lose, you learn. That's cheesy and cliche, but, you know, you got to take something away from everything.
It's true.
Even the wins, you know. And,
sure.
And, we're looking forward to a jam-packed week this week as well.
Yeah, you do. You've got games Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then if all the chips fall into place, potentially postseason.
Yeah, no question. You know, we're excited to honor our three seniors on Tuesday night against ALA Queen Creek, a great team in our region. You know, it's going to be a great matchup. You know, always, you know, the emotions are always high that night, and then we get one day of practice after that on Wednesday, and then we get ALA again at their place. That was a reschedule from our little mini shutdown there.
Mini sabbatical, yeah.
Mini sabbatical.
Wow.
And then we end the year on the road at Marcos Deniza, and I think our guys are going to be excited for that one after the way we played. And, you know, last Saturday, you know, so we want to bounce back and respond to that one and you know, just go from there. But, you know, it's a big week, you know, for all of us. And yeah, you know, we're looking forward to the postseason. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. And shout out to my guy, little plug here, things going on next week. The weightlifting championships next weekend at Metro Tech High School. High school starts at 11, but, you know, they got a good program over there. Metro's three-time girls champion. So shout out to them. So big week for a lot of people.
Okay. Coach Lucas, Coach, I know we have a lot of fun. People think, man, you're cruel. You give it back to me just as much. And I literally, I can't look at you without starting to laugh sometimes. So we have a lot of fun. You've been great to work with, the whole team out at Saguaro High School. Thank you so much, Coach. We're looking forward to continuing this partnership and continuing to work with you. And you've definitely been because we've talked to coaches that don't like to talk. And you take it all in stride and you have a lot of fun with it. You get it. So anyway.
No, I appreciate you guys
for
all you do for high school athletes, and we'll see you this week.
All right. Coach Lucas Ramirez, Saguaro SaberCat basketball report.
It's time for the Recruiting Spotlight, sponsored by My Recruits and Coach Perot.
And there you have it. This week's Recruiting Spotlight. We're going to turn it over to Nick Hogan. Nick, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Vince. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. We're here. We got Sam in studio. What do you got for us?
Well, I've got a little feature about Austin Glimpse. So, I guess I'll get started. If that's good with you guys.
Sure, go for it.
So Austin Glimpse is a 6'5", 215-pound quarterback in the class of 2023. And due to a recent coaching change, Glimpse actually just transferred to Sunrise Mountain High School from Centennial High School. And according to Coach Perone, he said the move is what will be best for his future as an athlete. And speaking of his future as an athlete, Glimpse has been in communication with several schools about playing college football at the next level. Some of those schools include South Dakota School of Mines, Rose-Hulman University, and various Ivy League schools. As you can see from that list of schools, academics are a huge priority for Glimpse, as he does post a 3.9 GPA
Wow.
and actually plans to major in engineering one day. So while he is great in the classroom, he's also impressive on the football field as quarterback. He completed nearly 65% of his passes and tallied about 1,500 yards during his junior season this past fall. And, after watching his film this week, there are two things that immediately stood out to me. The first is the touch that Glimpse can put on the football. In many of Glimpse's best plays from last season, he placed the ball in tight windows and over levels with touch rather than relying on his arm strength. While arm strength is obviously important, and that's something that's super flashy, a lot of scouts, recruiters, and coaches look for, it's also great to see quarterbacks who don't have to be completely dependent on it, right? And so the second thing I noticed was his poise and patience in the pocket. Like any good quarterback, Glimpse stood tall and strong in the pocket, even when it was collapsing. This allowed his receivers extra seconds to get open and help him make big plays. Showing no fear in the hectic pockets is a trait that not really a lot of quarterbacks have, but a lot of the good ones have that trait. And that's something that any scout loves to see, especially with somebody so young as Glimpse still, has his senior season upcoming this next fall. And those traits really make Glimpse one of the top quarterbacks coming out of his class. And that's really an impressive feat as of late with how successful Arizona high school quarterbacks have been to the next level. If you follow Arizona high school football, you know how many guys are really leaving the state to go play at other schools, really big schools, even smaller schools as well. But there's a lot of Arizona high school quarterbacks going out there and having really, really good careers, to be honest. But overall, as a smart quarterback with his physical trait, he definitely deserves the buzz he's getting as a recruit. And with his senior season still months away once again, it's not going to be surprised to see a few more offers come his way because unlike some of the people in the class of 2022, Glimpse has time on his side. He's got a whole year to really sell himself to these schools and, market that he's the real deal. And we're going to see if he's able to market that better at Sunrise Mountain. Obviously, he thinks that's the right move. And it may just be. It'll be really, really interesting to see how he transitions to that new team.
Nick, I'm curious. When you were looking at film of Glimpse, did anything? Was there a comparison to an NFL quarterback that maybe you saw there that maybe could relate to a quarterback in the pros?
I mean, when a guy's 17, it's really hard to compare him to an NFL guy just because the NFL guys are in such a distinct class of athletes. But I would say, just going back to his ability to stand in a hectic pocket is similar to any of the quarterbacks that don't play with fear. When I think of guys that don't play with fear, I think of like Joe Burrow, where he took 9 sacks last week, and that didn't really faze him. Something like that, a quarterback, maybe like a Big Ben where he stands tall, not really nervous, where a lot of quarterbacks are really, really eager to get out of the pocket and get out of there because there is a lot more mobile quarterbacks in today's game. Glimpse is a lot more willing to sit in there and let guys get open. Obviously, he'll develop, and maybe we can profile a comparison a little bit better as time goes on. But as he's still developing, he's a super raw prospect, but his traits are great.
All right, Nick Hogan with the Recruiting Spotlight sponsored by My Recruits. Austin Glimpse, quarterback. Keep an eye out for him, Coach. Coach. I was thinking of Coach Perrone. Keep an eye out for him, folks. He's a rising star. He's going into his senior year out at Sunrise Mountain. Is that correct, Nick?
Yep.
Okay. Nick Hogan, thanks again for joining us this week. We'll talk to you next week, bud.
Sounds great.
All right. Okay. When we come back, folks, we are going to be joined. We're going to pivot now, or I should say when we come back, we'll be joined by Canyon View head girls basketball coach Desiree Carranza, enjoying a wild ride out there. They're 18-1. I got to check the standings as of this morning, but man, they win a lot and they don't lose too many, and they are riding a wave. We're going to talk to her. Connor Bonfilio will also be joining us, our lead basketball analyst, in the next segment. Stick around, folks. We'll be back on the Varsity Sports Show with the Jag Nation and then a little pro football talk. We'll be back. Go Varsity.
Extra Point with Kayla Mortellaro and Bob Kemp take a deeper dive into the sports world. Catch the 1 hour show from 12 noon to 1, right here on KDUS AM 1060.
Hello, everyone. My name is Connor Bonfilio. That's me. I'm a sports journalism master's student at the Cronkite School at ASU. I'm thrilled to take over as the lead basketball broadcaster and content creator for Varsity Sports. As a former college athlete, I can provide quality insight on the game. I can't wait to bless your ears this season on the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome to the Jaguar Nation. The Varsity Sports Show is proud to partner up with Canyon View High School in the West Valley to be the voice of Jaguar athletics. Tune in on Saturdays to hear the Jaguar Nation, featuring coaches, students, and staff between 9 and 10 a.m. on AM 1060 KDUS, and subscribe to the Varsity Sports Show YouTube channel to get free exclusive coverage of Canyon View sporting events. Welcome to the Jaguar Nation.
Jack it up.
Training Better Athletes was founded by renowned football coach Ron Sowers with the philosophy of training well-rounded young people in mind and body. TBA is the go-to for middle schoolers through the pros. Coach Sowers has worked with all sports but specializes in football offensive and defensive line skills training. Whether it's one-on-one or group training, reach out to Coach Sowers at trainingbetterAthletes.com or call him at 602-435-9064. You can't cheat the grind.
The absolute best interviews and guests. Tune in to The Dan Patrick Show, live weekdays from 7 to 10 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
Welcome to the Jaguar Nation on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona, the Varsity Sports Show.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace. Kicking your can all over the place, singing
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show here on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Vince DeLisio joined by Sam Valenti in studio. And on the line, we have with us Canyon View girls basketball coach Desiree Carranza and lead basketball analyst for the Varsity Sports Show, Connor Bonfilio. Coach Carranza, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Coach, man, whatever it is out there in the water, whatever you guys are eating, I don't know what it is. I got to come out there. It's like I got to be out there more often because there's a wave of success going on.
Yeah, we've had a pretty successful year so far. So super excited for playoffs coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. You just said that your team has just been having incredible success so far. Your team had 15 straight victories to start the season. Absolutely incredible. What impressed you the most during that incredible stretch of play?
I think just their resiliency. We had some injuries, some setbacks, but I think just being able to kind of pick up for each other. We're still not fully healthy yet at this point in the season, but just being able to kind of have each other's back and pick up where one isn't has been really impressive.
Coach Carranza, this is Connor Bonfilio. How you doing?
Hi, good, thank you.
So obviously you guys are killing it. I was at the Agua Fria game. We called that one. You blew them out of the gym, even without your star player, Maddie Rebold. But for some reason, Millennium just has your number. Your only two losses are against them. You're probably going to see them again in the playoffs. What adjustments do you think you have to make to try and get over the hump against them?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that last night late with our coaching staff. And, I think it's just kind of getting over that hump, the newness. They're a solid program. They've been around a long time. The kids know them. They've played with their kids, so they know each other really well, and tendencies and things like that. It's just we just have to be able to handle their pressure. They're very good defensively, but we just have to be strong with the ball, handle their pressure and their energy, and we've got to be able to match that.
Your next game is against La Jolla Community at home. What are the key things your team will look to do to achieve victory?
I think we're just going to get after it defensively. I think that we're going to have a lot more success down the road if we really focus on the defensive end. So that's our focus. Moving through the rest of the year is just really getting after it defensively.
Coach Desiree Carranza, Canyon View High School, Jag Nation, head girls basketball coach. Coach, you got a big week coming up. We're looking forward to covering you. And, of course, our lead basketball analyst, Connor Bonfilio, has his ear to the ground on everything going on out there. And we're looking forward to I know we can't say this word, but postseason yet. We don't want to jinx anything. But covering you guys as well. So thanks again, Coach. Connor, thanks for jumping in. We'll talk to you again real soon as well.
Thanks a lot, Vince.
All right. Folks, we are going to this is a big announcement. This is our final segment of the morning. Can you believe, Sam, I told you this was going to go by fast. But our final segment, we are introducing a new partnership with a brand new pro football team here in the state of Arizona. Yes, I said pro football team, the Arizona Roadrunners. And joining us on the line is the president of the Roadrunners, Mr. Matt Mason. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
Man, we are jacked because we saved best for last today. I've been on pins and needles. I've been bothering you for months about, when can we announce? What can we do this? What can we do? And now we're here and we're talking about it. Tell us a little bit about the Arizona Roadrunners.
Yeah, absolutely. The Arizona Roadrunners, it's a professional developmental football team, which means we can pay our players. We are part of the Gridiron Developmental Football League, which has about 63 teams in it. It's an East Coast team that has pushed west. That's one of the reasons why we are making this announcement. They were founded in 2010. The owner, Charles, we've been working with, really promoting, getting a lot of things kind of organized, who we're going to play. There's several teams in the West that are kind of coming out besides us. There's a team in Utah. There is a team in California, Colorado, Las Vegas. Those are kind of making up the West Coast in addition to Washington. So we will be traveling. But the good news is we have a home. We'll be at the Wheelhouse Sports Complex over off of the 89. They are building an amazing sports complex out there. And these guys, it's a nonprofit, so you guys definitely have to go take a look at it. But they're building us a field. It's right in between the Arizona Downs and the old Arizona Coors Event Center.
We are extremely excited about this partnership because of the fact, obviously, it's a startup and we get to be a part of it from day one. What I want to ask you is let's talk about some tryout events that you have that you guys are planning. Now, obviously, this is something, and this reminds me of that movie. What was that movie, Invincible, with the Philadelphia? This is kind of like that. So anybody that thinks they could still play it now, I mean, I don't want to go out there and embarrass myself, so I'm not even going to attempt to try out. But anybody that thinks that they can do this, what do you got coming up?
Yeah, so February 12th, we do have a tryout date. We're going to actually announce the location on Monday on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. But we're going to have two different time frames every time we do have a tryout. It's $25 pre-registration and then $30 at the door. Bring your own water, please, because we don't want swapping of water bottles and things like that. We'll have the recommended things that we do need, but we do advance that to all athletes. 9 a.m. to 12, and then a 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. shift. So 2 tryouts each day. We're going to do it probably once a month. We're going to have some tryouts in the Prescott Valley area for all of our flag staff, our NAU people, our New Mexico State guys that are coming down. And that's the other thing is we have been in negotiations with a lot of premier players. I've kind of been in conversation with you about that.
Yeah.
I literally just got off the phone today with an offensive tackle that just finished at San Jose State. So we do have a lot of Division I players already added. We're working on a lot more. But if you think you can kick, throw, catch, run, and do it, we want local Arizona talent. We're not looking for guys coming from California. If you don't live in Arizona, it's going to be a far travel for you. I mean, each game, because things will be local and then around when we do travel.
What was the search like for the defensive coordinator position, and how did you guys land on Michael Patterson?
Yeah. Oh, God, I've known Michael for years. Coming back to, when I was a defensive coordinator the first year of the HOCOM with the Pumas, I was talking with him to coming in to be my assistant DC and linebackers coach, and then he took the job at Brophy, which I couldn't fault him for. I love Jason Jewell and those guys, but good football mind, good guy, very well respected. That's one of the reasons why we went with him. He's a hard-nosed guy, but he'll get it done. He understands what we're trying to do up in the Prescott Valley area and the Quad City area in general, and he's an Arizona guy. So that was one of the main reasons, in addition to all the coaches that we hired. Ron Stowers, the big names. I can kind of go through them all if you had enough time, but
yeah, well, and the broadcasting team also. You got to remember that.
Yeah,
but
great
anyway,
group of guys.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
He sounds like butter. Right?
That's it. That's right. We are so excited to be a part of this and to be bringing this to our community. We're going to be broadcasting the games. You got an interesting schedule because you'll be playing in June and July. You'll be up in Prescott Valley, your home games, and then some games in Vegas and the LA area probably. And we are going to be. I haven't told my wife this yet, but we're going to be traveling with you guys to do these games.
Yes,
so
you are.
it should be interesting. It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's new. It presents, and we're all about opportunities here on the Varsity Sports Show, and we like to partner up and align ourselves with people that have the same mindset and organizations the same mindset. And you are creating opportunities yourself.
A lot, yeah. We're going to be bringing a lot of jobs to that Prescott Valley Quad City area. I mean, if you can imagine the amount of people it takes to promote, to run a game, all that stuff. I mean, we've already put it out to the world. We're accepting applications for employment. So we're doing big things. We're looking to grow this and eventually be absorbed by another league. And kind of go that route, kind of keep growing this to bigger and bigger things.
Sure.
But to be able to give the eyes, that's why we want you guys there. The visibility for these players, the exposure, right?
Yeah.
All it takes is one opportunity. Somebody comes out and kicks the 60-yard field goal, and he's playing for the Buccaneers next year,
That's true. No, it's exciting, and you get it. You definitely get it, and we are just honored to be able to be a part of this. I would say anybody, outside of obviously checking your Facebook, Instagram, that wants information on the tryouts coming up or on games or on coverage, by all means, also check with us, and we'll help to put you to get the right information out there to you as well here at the Varsity Sports Show. So, president of the Arizona Roadrunners, brand new pro football team that'll be kicking off this summer out in Prescott Valley, Mr. Matt Mason. Matt, thanks again, and we'll circle back with you soon.
Absolutely. Hey, last teaser to let you go.
Ooh, okay.
I do want to announce we do have a major sponsor signing, 3-time Super Bowl champ LeGarrette Blount.
Oh boy.
He's going to be involved with the team. He's got a product line, and so he's going to come in and be a major sponsor, in addition to us looking for sponsors as well.
Okay.
So get a hold of us if there's an opportunity.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Arizona Roadrunners. Folks, thanks again for tuning in this week here on the Varsity Sports Show. All of our partners, all of our great guests, regular format. We'll see you next week. Same time, same Varsity channel, AM 1060, KDUS Arizona, the Varsity Sports Show. Coming up next, Ed and Javon, Easy Sports. Thanks again, folks. Vince D'Alicio, out. Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show. Our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating a platform to promote young people in extracurricular activities and community outreach. If you are interested in partnering up with the Varsity Sports Show, find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or call or text us at 480-779-9437. The Varsity Sports Show, Arizona's home for youth, high school, college, and you.